Hi there, I'm Alex Mc Kibben and I'm following on from my peer on placement, Elaine. My presentation is going to focus on showing you into my ePortfolio. It's by no means finished in the sense that we're only midway through our 16-week placement, but to be honest, I suspect that it never really will be finished, as when we're fully qualified pharmacists, we are expected through legislation to upkeep a portfolio that demonstrates that we are upkeeping with our lifelong learning and our continuing professional development. So I might as well show it to you now. At the start of our community of inquiry into ePortfolios, I did suspect or assume that we would be mapping it on to the 3 domains that we are expected to demonstrate in our 4th year placement. So that is professional development skills, personal skills, and organisation and management skills. However, when I did put that into practice, I found it quite concrete and a bit abstract, and so my portfolio as a student-owned portfolio took on its own shape. And so I'm going to take you through it now and show you my plans to develop it in the future. So welcome into my ePortfolio. I have divided it into the home page, an about page, and a project page. Now I will take you through each of them individually. From the educationalist, I learned that ePortfolios are a personal learning space, and the type of ePortfolio one creates really depends on what their creator intends it to be used for. So I wanted mine to function as an ever-adapting cover letter. So for example, today's event, I want to say who I am, a picture of who I am, where I am, why I'm here, and who I'm with, to act as an introductory slide almost to this presentation. And then at the bottom of my cover letter style homepage, I have a quick link to my CV. Moving on to the About page, a challenge that I had in this About section was, how much do I include about myself? Do I want it to strictly suit my placement, or do I want it to be an all-encompassing About page that includes my personal skills and hobbies? I decided that I wanted to keep it strictly professional, and so it just contains my work experience relevant to healthcare and my university education so far. Moving on to the project page, it has completed projects and projects that are still ongoing, as I am only halfway through my placement. So here we have the graduate teaching assistant module. It contains short, snappy, synoptic, reflective sentences pertaining to what I did and the hard skills and the soft skills that I developed from it. So from the graduate teaching assistant module, there's an artifact and there's evidence backing up what I say. So for example, here is a mind map from my peer and I's presentation to the academic practice team. Moving on to this ongoing project, the community of inquiry into ePortfolios for today's event. I have all of my ePortfolio reviews that led up to the creation of this ePortfolio. I have an advertisement for today's event and a place where I want to put a recording of today's event. And then lastly, professional identity formation. Specifically with this project, a 2020 review in the International Journal of ePortfolios stated that if not reflected upon, the learning process ceases to exist beyond the creation of the original work sample. And I really found this to be true. And so I contained a reflection on my feelings towards professional identity formation at the start or the induction of my placement. And here I have a resource I created for pharmacy students related to professional identity formation, as I felt there wasn't one specifically yet for pharmacy students. And here is an artifact from my time as a teaching assistant in the School of Pharmacy. And that has been my ePortfolio so far. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. So thank you for watching that brief glance into my ePortfolio. I hope that you can see that without us having created a community of inquiry to upskill our education theory and methods, I really wouldn't have been able to create an ePortfolio. I wouldn't have known what went into one or even how it could relate to me as a pharmacy student on placement, and the use the reflections would have in consolidating and encapsulating my learning so far. And so in being guided by this theory, I was able to create an ePortfolio that will now hopefully stay with me throughout my professional career as a pharmacist. Thank you very much.